Nahugno ang Jollibee sa Pitmart, nahugno. Nya na mga tao sila lumataan ni. God.
A powerful offshore earthquake struck southern Mindanao, Philippines, unleashing intense shaking across large areas and causing immediate concern among residents. Communities experienced sudden disruption as emergency agencies began evaluating damage, infrastructure impacts, and public safety risks. The earthquake generated fears of tsunami activity, prompting coastal communities to move inland. Harbors, beaches, and shoreline areas experienced temporary closures as officials monitored sea conditions and warned against unnecessary exposure.
Gusto papasok sa linog. Jollibee! Taga-Jollibee! 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 Isa-isa! Oy, ma'am! Ma'am, dapat na.
Dito guys, ating sugas lino guys. Ating lindol guys, napakalakas. Suglo. Ating tayo ito guys oh. Ayo. Astagfirullah. Mabagalin na gina guys. Oh. Akbar. Mabagal na linog guys.
Strong ground movement affected homes, offices, and public facilities, forcing people to evacuate buildings. The violent shaking created panic among residents, while emergency services responded rapidly to reports of structural damage and possible hazards. Emergency officials warned that aftershocks could create further risks for already weakened buildings. Residents were advised to avoid damaged structures and remain prepared for additional seismic activity during ongoing response operations.
Wasak na, wasak. Boss, may medic boss. Oh, medic ta, wala.
Kaber lang ulo! Kaber lang ulo! Kaber lang ulo! Pungko, pungko, pungko! 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 Bumita na madali ni Ming. Ito bukan do.
Oh, mo ni igo sa lindo ko, tanaw, gubatanan ng kwan sa dala diri sa papuntang Marbel.
The shallow depth of the earthquake increased its destructive potential, allowing stronger shaking to reach populated areas. Such conditions often raise the likelihood of structural damage, infrastructure stress, and widespread public disruption. Several buildings suffered visible cracks following the earthquake, including government facilities in affected towns. Authorities inspected structures for safety concerns as engineers assessed whether damaged properties remained stable for continued occupancy. Reports from nearby regions indicated that the earthquake's energy traveled considerable distances, producing noticeable shaking beyond the immediate impact zone. Residents described prolonged tremors that caused anxiety and concern about additional damage. Power interruptions were reported in multiple locations after the tremor disrupted electrical systems. Utility crews worked to restore services while residents faced temporary outages that complicated communication, emergency coordination, and recovery efforts.
Grabe ba? Tumba gid siya. Tumba gid siya, tumba. Tumba gid siya, tumba. Tumba gid, tumba.
Transportation and daily activities were disrupted as people left workplaces, schools, and public spaces. Traffic congestion increased in some areas as residents sought safer locations while authorities continued assessing regional conditions. Many families inspected their homes for cracks, fallen objects, and weakened structures after the shaking ended. Minor property damage was reported in several communities, although comprehensive assessments remained underway across affected districts. Authorities continued gathering information regarding losses, damaged facilities, and affected communities. While no large casualty figures were immediately confirmed, recovery teams remained active as inspections and emergency evaluations progressed throughout the region.
Nahugno na dyan ang building, Lord!
Durog din isim, durog. Hello. Wala, wasak yung isim.
Say goodbye to